Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Vader Games in the building. You know what it is. Let me take this off screen. First things first. My peoples come first, and my peoples, those still with us, those no longer here, always remembered and thought about. Now, you know what we got? We got another episode. We've got another episode. Let me get myself comfortable here, because we got another episode of 115. Yep, 115. One question, 15 minutes, 115. Now, the support's been great. The involvement's been amazing. The feedback's been tremendous, and I appreciate all of it. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part to keep these nice and concise. I'm sneaking in the workday to try to get this happening. So I hope it's all good. Now, it's a Friday, a little lax, but the combo needs to happen regardless. Now, you see what's happening here. If you're here for the first time, these questions, all of these questions, they'll be addressed on this channel. They'll be addressed on this show. You'll maybe get others that speak about it a little sooner than I do, because I'm going based off of the feedback that I get from you guys. The feedback that I get from you guys is how I tackle these questions. And today's question, you can see it right here. Why is City Pep football boring? We're going to address that. We're going to break it down. I got 15 minutes on the clock. Once that starts, I'm going to break this all down. I'm going to break it down systematically. I'm going to break it down logically. Obviously, things that are exciting, things that are boring, a lot of that's emotion. That's how you feel. So I'm not going to get into all of that, but I'm going to give you some of the factors on why neutrals, rivals, and maybe some City fans think that our style of play is boring, but I'm going to give you the root cause. I'm going to give you the cause and effect as to why. Because with every action, there is a reaction, right? For energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but only reformed. So I'm gonna break that all down. But I'm gonna do this first show, and I always do it first show. I recognize and I point out who gives the love, who gives the support. And you know what? I got to do a better job on sharing this in the group chats when I'm live and all that stuff. I am so bad at doing that. I need to get better on it. So as I do that right now, please bear with me as I talk it through. But let me shout out the first comment. Let me shout out the support. And I gotta put DC in the building. DC, such a lovely woman, being able to connect and say, big up Vader. If City and Pep football is boring, may we be boring forever. From your mouth to God's ears. DC, I'm with you. If this is what boring football is, I want more of it. Give me more of it. I want all of it. I want all of the boring football. I want all of it. And you know what? Let's be honest. Rivals, they want this boring football too. They want it. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go there, and there, and I'm post. All right. So we did that. I should probably do more, but if you mess with me, you mess with me. Now, also, let me shout out the girl RK in the building. Hello. Hope you're doing well. This show in particular, we're gonna deal with a few things, because I know a lot of rivals want to be all chitty chatty. A lot of rivals want to talk about City and our football. Sorry for the microphone, I'm adjusting it. And our football being boring. But I'm gonna break this all down systematically for all you haters that talk about City ball being boring. Mike Dawes, no surprise if you can't tell, this is Mike Dawes. If you don't know him, get to know him. He's on American Waffle. He does sometimes do halftime show appearances. But he wants to say, and if you don't know, he's a Liverpool fan, he wants to say City ball isn't boring, it's winning. And this is coming from a Liverpool rival. City ball isn't boring, it's winning. Now, some people some some people are allergic to winning, Mike. Not you. This is not a shot at you, but there are some clubs that don't have an ability to. They don't have the ability to show the armpits. They don't have the ability to raise cups. It's kind of nasty, but we're gonna get into it now. TJ, TJ normally TJ says a lot of things that are not factual, that are not accurate, that are damn near bad takes. But this one, he's bang on. City ball is not boring. He's right. He's right. And again, his form of football over at Arsenal is very similar. I mean, there's adjustments, there's tweaks, and you expect that of a manager of Arteta learning from Pep. He's taken that to a different level. He's put his own flavor on it. But for him to also recognize that his football isn't boring, City football isn't boring, I can understand that. I recognize that. Now, if you haven't, hit the like button. Again, I'm going to start the clock. It's going to be 50 minutes. I'm going to start the clock. I'm going to break this all down. Stay here. Be a part of it. You can be included in the show. Your comments will be shared. Keep it on topic. Your comments will be shared. And again, share this, like this. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let me also point this out before I start this clock. Let me see. TJ's got another thing to say. He goes, if you like watching football and are more than a ball slash goal watcher. True. That's a lot out there. You love watching City. It's true. And again, the sophistication. TJ knows this. His football is very similar. You can't just ball watch. You can't just go off of GA. You can't just look at the end of the game and be like, oh, 3 goals were scored. Oh, it must have been a great, entertaining game. No, sometimes it's more than that. Sometimes it's more than that. And he says, smash the like. Smash the like. Do that. Do that. Now, let me start the clock. Let me get into it. If you happen to be watching on Twitter X, I appreciate you mess with me, seeing what this is all about. Now, do yourself a favor, do myself a favor, go over to YouTube, find VatorgamesTV, do that quick search, see that sub button, subscribe, make sure it says subscribed, make sure that it says subscribed, the D on the end, and hit the like button. All right. That way you don't miss any future shows. I'm doing this show. This is 15 minutes. Just going to bang this out. And then I got Why Always Me, where Why Always Me, I tackle a lot. That happens within the previous week. I do that show once a week. Now, let's get this clock going. Here we go. All right, 50 minutes on the clock. Now, why is City Pep football boring? Let me start from the root cause. Let me start from the beginning. All right? Let me start and show some appreciation to what Pep is. Pep's a student of the game. Pep is a man that's looked at football and he said, you know what? Let me try and create as many advantages as I can possibly. Let me try to get the most out of my players. Let me try to secure the most probability of winning. Out in North America, there's a rule: 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 the law. That means if you have something in your possession, most likely you're in control of it. That is yours. Now, in the world of football, if you have possession, and I know some of you rivals, rival possession. Oh, I dominate possession. No, hold on, relax. Possession in the game means I have the ball, you don't. So if I have the ball and you don't, there's less chance of you having an opportunity to score on me. All right. That's part of the whole philosophy with regards to what Pep ball is, or City Pep ball is. Now, if you want to argue and say that, City dominate the ball too much, dominate possession, and it's boring, you can have that point of view. If you want to say that City in possession of the ball, they don't do anything with it, I don't know what game you're watching. I don't know what type of football you're watching. And even if I want to talk to you that don't have the proper eye test, you haven't gone and got your eyes checked for a while. If you haven't done that and you only rely on the stats, you go and you look at the GA, you look at goal differential, you want to look at any of that stuff. City are one of the most highest scoring clubs in England, in Europe. We score goals for fun. That's the object of what we actually try to do. So there's no wasteful possession. I'm gonna explain why possession seems kind of wasteful. I'm gonna explain why you sometimes see boring football. And you're not gonna like the answer. I already know this. I already know you're gonna say Vader. He's a City fan. This is, of course, he's gonna have that take. You're gonna dismiss it already. But I could easily do the same thing to you. You're a rival fan. You calling Pep City ball boring. You're gonna be calling it boring because you're a rival. You're up. I could easily do that, but I'm not doing that. I'm gonna break this down properly. Let me shout out everybody that's been tuning in, because again, if you took the time to share a comment, I'm gonna show you some love as well. Good looking out. Pinto, not boring. It's just so dominant. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Rivals don't like the dominance, don't like the quote unquote conclusion. They don't like where it's going to go. City have so much possession in that final third. It's almost like a given result. They don't like that. They think it's boring because they know that the hero wins, right? Oh, I've seen this story before. I've seen this movie already. I've watched this show. I'm expecting something different. Well, yes, in this movie, the hero wins. It's classic Hollywood. Any fable that you listen to, typically the hero wins or heroine wins. If you find that boring, that's on you. But let me also shout out some more love. MCFRTV, you know what it is. Hi Vader, good looking out. And my man agrees with me. Listen, I'm not here to talk with emotion. I'm not here to talk crazy. Listen, you see the platinums. If you don't see the platinums not coming up right, I need to adjust the lighting. But I've circled this. I've circled the sun many times. It's wisdom. There's wisdom protruding through this. This ain't no just making up stuff. I've taken time to think about it. Big up to Zane. He goes, I don't mind possession, but it's the extra passes that are made when potentially more risk can be taken. Now that's where I agree, Zane. We can be a little more risk taking. I agree. We don't always need to wait until we're in the final third to sometimes release passes, and that's where KDB's brilliance actually shows. But I'm gonna explain why fundamentally, for the majority, why you happen to question, why rivals tend to look and say City Pep football is boring. I'm gonna break that all down, and I see you all in the comments, and much love, much appreciated. Mike Cuney Way, if you haven't subscribed, his channel details are in my description. Go support that channel. I believe Staffy TV's there as well. TJ Warren TV's there. Again, if it isn't, that's my bad. I'm gonna make sure to add it at the show, but you guys should find them as well. Mancini always say platinum behave. Nah, I'm proud of these. I'm proud of these platinums. I'm proud of them. Platinums, different. They're not grays. They're platinums. Trust me. TJ goes, protrude, protrude the likes, people. Hit the likes. Hit the likes. There we go. Showing love to Martin. Pep doesn't like risk. Pep likes risk situationally, because there's no risk or there's no reward without risk, right? But he likes it situationally, and I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna speak on that. Good looking out. Staffy TV goes, start bench, sell. Daz Jacob. I'm not. I'm gonna put a star in this one. I'm gonna put a star in this one and get to it later. Comments. I'm loving it. Now let me continue. Let me continue on. Now, let me take that off screen. My bad, TJ Daz. Now, can you guys take a second and think of the best club, or think of the team, the club that's top of the league right now in the Prem. Close your eyes. Think of the club that's probably been the best in the UCL. Think on how they set up. Even if you want to go back, for you youngsters maybe that haven't been following, go back and even ask some of your elders. Ask how some of the matchups between Pep and Jose happened. Back when it was Barcelona Inter or Barcelona Real Madrid. Go back and see how Jose Mourinho would set up. Go back and see how some of the opposing managers would set up against Pep. And go back and just think of Pep's second season in the Prem. You know what Pep did when he came here? First year, everybody doubted him. Said, "Your Pep, your football can't work. Your football, it's not going to make sense. Oh, this keeper playing it out from the back. No, it's not going to happen in England. You're a fraud." Year two, obviously, Pep gets Ederson. Ederson's key because he's, in my opinion, the best keeper in the world. what he's able to do, shot stopping and ball to foot. But you get Ederson, and you know what you also got that season? Centurions. You know what Centurions means? 100 points in the league. You know what it also meant? 106 goals scored in the season. Absolutely ridiculous stats. Attacking football. You know what happened since? We haven't been able to hit the Centurion mark in terms of points within a season. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments, but I don't think we've exceeded 106 in terms of number of goals scored within a season. But I'll say that because the fear was set. That's the problem of success. The fear was set from day one. Centurion hasn't happened again because you know what? No one's going to let us play that way, and you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to let that free flow and attacking up and down, attacking you with speed. Sterling, Sane on the wing, KDB spreading passes, Aguero being clinical. You're not going to get that again because oppositions are going to stifle things. Oppositions are going to set up. You see Pep, I got that image right there. Pep is always looking for an attacking style. He's always looking for a possession style, but a possession style to score. When you get the ops doing this, all right, I'm gonna use a boxing analogy. All they're doing is this. All they're doing is this the entire match. That's what they're doing. They're guarding. They're guarding. That's boring. That's boring in boxing. You know this, and we're seeing this. No disrespect, TJ. I know you're in the comments, but when you got Arteta, and he got Gabriel, he's got Saliba, he's got Rice, Jorginho, he's going to set everybody up. He's got Saka playing like a right wing back. When you got everybody defending for their lives to make it a long game, yeah, you're going to maybe think it's boring. Yeah, you're going to be like, what's all these wasted passes? Well, look at what you need to try and break down for a clear shot. When you have Real Madrid, 14 UCL winners, coming to my house and defending for their lives, not my words, Ancelotti said the only way to beat City was to play for pens, defend. They got that goal early and they defended. You're not going to have beautiful, expanding back and forth, ping pong, basketball, football, if that's what you want to call it. You're not going to get that. You're going to get one team that's deciding to just block. They're going to be blocking. And you get another team they're going to look for their shot, but they're not going to be wasting shots while you're in blocking mode, while you're turtled up. No. So when you got City doing the passes back and forth, trying to break things down, it's because of the ops. The root cause are the ops. You've seen the expansive football. You've seen the attacking sexy. But when a team sets up and they're like, you're not doing this to us today, what do you expect? This City Pep football is not boring because of City. We're looking to attack. Other teams are saying, we're fearful of that attack. We can't think of attacking as well because if we attack, we leave ourselves opened up. You've heard this. You've heard this from everybody. Don Hussam, Judge Mo. You've heard this from Mike Daz and TJ. You've heard it from Igal. Oh, you guys just wanted us to play our open style, or you wanted your opposition to play open style so you could kill them. Well, if they're not playing open style, who are you crediting for playing boring football then? If you've already established that one team can't play their style because they're playing against City, therefore they revert to defending and they're conceding possession and they're defending their 18-yard box, sometimes their 6-yard box with all 10 players, what do you expect? I just fell behind on the comments. I'm going to go to it. But you honestly know that this City Pep football is not boring because of City. You guys know this. Let me go to the comments. It ain't boring. It's efficient. Boring, but scored 2 goals less than exciting Arsenal. Make it make sense. Another factual comment. Go look in the standings. I was going to put the standings up, but I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not doing the homework for you guys because you guys know this. Deep down inside, you know this. Our goal differential isn't even that crazy. And if their goal differential is bad, it's because of how we've been defensively, not because of our attacking style. MC FRTV goes exactly to Martin's comment. Ederson is Superman. Gets injured, but back in full training 4 days later. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. TJ goes, we respect the city. And I'm not mad at that, TJ. I'm not mad. Honestly, when I pointed out with regards to Arsenal, when I pointed out with regards to Real Madrid, I'm not mad at the respect shown. But where I'm like, I gotta push back, I gotta fight back, I gotta stand up for my club and be like, yo, you're misdirected with this city pep football being boring. This ain't us. We're trying to play. This is opposing teams, like TJ said, respecting City, deciding to defend versus City. So when you get cases like that, listen, we're gonna look. We're gonna look to where we can throw the jab. We're gonna look to where we can throw a hook. But the opposition's doing this all the time. They're doing this. They're backing up. And it's no rope-a-dope. It is not a rope-a-dope. Don't get it twisted. It's not inviting City into the final 18 to then get a counter. No, they're not doing that. They have to play on the counter because when you have possession, you need to do something. But there's no rope-a-dope here. None at all. So absolutely. This boring style is because of the opposition in front of us. And I get it because you guys have said they can't play their style of football because if they do, they're open up, they get destroyed. They get destroyed. Let me go to the comments. The Mancunian way goes, every team except one or two play low block 8-man wall. So we can't just go all out attack. We tried that against Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool, and what happened? Why do we pass is to break them down? We pass to break them down. And again, the only thing I would disagree with you, Martin, is that we do the attacking style, but we're still vulnerable. None of these ops would look at any of those games. They wouldn't look at the Spurs game. They wouldn't look at the Chelsea game. They wouldn't look at the Liverpool game. They wouldn't say that those games were boring. They don't say it's boring because we conceded goals. Our defense isn't what many think it happens to be. We just don't get tested like that. When we do get tested, there's joy. And that's the point I was trying to make on American Waffle. That's the point I was trying to make even on Sarcasm City TV and on your channel as well, Mancini Way. My thing with regards to Arsenal were, listen, you saw Crystal Palace, you saw Aston Villa get joy in terms of attacking City. I'm not saying that you need to attack that way, but if you showed a little more attack, you'd probably get a little more joy and it wouldn't be a 0-0 draw. Saka and Jesus were playing as wingbacks and we still had chances. Exactly. You still had chances, but you could have had better quality chances not playing as defensive, not playing as turtled up as you were. I'm pointing this image on here because Pep does not set a team up to have wasteful possession. Pep does not set a team up to turtle and defend for 90 minutes. What you're seeing is boring football because of how ops refuse to actually, you know how many times I see our team, I'm talking about City fans, I see our team, Ederson off his line, Diaz and I'm gonna say Diaz and Ake with possession, and there's no one trying to get the ball off them. Their striker, whoever's playing 9, isn't even trying to press them to get the ball. And this is in their half of the pitch. Sometimes this is not too far off of their 18. Absolutely crazy. It's crazy. Let me go to my man Dre P. City ball is controlling. I think that's the key to Pep's sustained consistency. Agree that ops are scared to try and compete for control. They don't. The way they concede and not want possession, it's hilarious. It's hilarious to me, and I just like, it's going to be one of those games. And if you're going to say it's boring, it's not boring because of us. Sorry to say. Let me go to these other comments. Zane in the building. Zane goes, more control you have in a game, the less chance you have to lose. Facts. And then why wouldn't the ops want possession as well? Like, let's have that fight. Let's have that battle. I don't know. Dappa. Nah, our Arsenal are more. It's more boring. Hey, to each his own. Again, I mean, there's the originator in terms of like where Arteta has kind of learned it. I think he's I think he's a lot more risk adverse. And credit, I think the Arsenal fan actually like that of Arteta, like the approach that they've taken this season. I think they believe that the game's been paced out a little more. Um, they've been so defensive in terms of control, right? That and again, quality wise, I don't think that they've been figured out too much in terms of who they need, what needs to be taken away from them offensively. So they've been getting joy that way. You play an underdog versus Spurs, Dappa. What do you mean? I don't play the underdog. Where is this? Where's this coming from? Where's this under? I don't play the underdog. I look at what's happening game by game, situational. What players I have available, who's injured, how healthy, how well informed, or what kind of form the ops are in. That's where I come from, man. I'm still playing underdogs, and we got that. There's a couple games left before that. Got two games before I have to play Spurs. See, I got to deal with Wolves first. We deal with Wolves, and then hopefully good result versus Wolves, and then we see what happens with Fulham. Agreed, Vader. It's not rope a dope. People exaggerated Real Madrid's strategy. They sat back to counter, but hardly countered. Facts. I think they had 3 shots on target, or 2 shots on target. It's crazy. Who purposely set up to get battered and camped back 90%? I mean, sorry, 90 minutes. That was a strategy, and I'm not. Strategy worked, but like you said, let's not blow it up. Let's not make it seem like it was some type of masterclass. Ancelotti said he played for pens. It's a toss up. Could have easily lost the pens. And then what? More worried about Fulham or Spurs away. Ed, I'm not even thinking about those guys yet, Ed. What's happening here? One game at a time, Ed. Ed, we're not looking at Fulham. We're not looking at Spurs. Not now. Listen, we got a game against Wolves. Let's handle Wolves, and then we move on. All right? All right, Ed? One game at a time. All right? Are you going to do United fans' next 115 topic? That's a good one. Depends on the love I get in the comments. All right? Depending on the love I get in the comments, the DMs, that will be how I react with regards to the next topic. But that's a good one. Ed, you see what I'm saying? All right. I'll love jokes. Okay, how can Wolves hurt us? The Wolves breakdown and preview is most likely going to happen on. The Wolves preview is probably going to happen on True City Fans channel. To be honest with you, the preview, the breakdown, I think it's going to happen on True City Fans channel. Definitely go check that out. Description, and I believe the Mancunian Way are probably going to do that. But Wolves can hurt us. I know they have a few injuries, so actually let me relax on that one. Let me relax because I need to see the press conference on who's healthy. But like I said, these shows, I put the timer up. One question, 15 minutes. All right. I love to talk. It's part of what I do. I do a lot of presenting, so I'm comfortable with my own voice and everything like that. But I want to keep this short and sweet. All of you on Twitter X right now, thank you for the interaction. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You can also take a second. I know you happen to be on the phone. Just drop a comment. Just be like, Vader, keep going. Do what you do. See you. All of that. If you happen to be on YouTube, all right, you're on YouTube. It's simple. If you're on the desktop, simple. You can do all of this simply. Touch that like button. Hit that sub button. Share it if you need to. If you happen to be on your phone, sometimes you got to do a little more to kind of bring up those highlights. But appreciate all of the support, all of the interaction. Whenever asked, whenever questioned, why is City Pep ball boring? You say it's because of the ops. You say it's because of the opposition. They're choosing to defend, trying to prevent those headshots, those body blows, right? They're trying to cover all of that up. We trying to look for the weak spots, passing that ball back and forth. But if we have a chance to pass the ball and get in attacking positions, we do so. And when we do so, you know what you ops do? You talk about KDB or you talk about players being wasteful with possession. But they're trying to unlock a crazy defensive block. 2 banks of 4. Absolutely disgusting on how you guys move with your narratives, with your agendas. But this is Vader Games TV. This is episode. You know what? I'm not even counting the episodes. I'm not counting the episodes, but I will be making a playlist. So for every every 115 episode. You can go and check it out. You can see the timer. If you don't want to hear me ramble on before the timer starts, just drag the finger, see when the clock starts, and you know when I'm covering the topic. All right. I'm Vader Games. This is Vader Games TV 115. One question, 50 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the questions today. The next one will be coming from this list here. We've tackled a few. Some want to hear me talk about United fans. United fans have been the problem since Sir Alex Ferguson. Staffy's not going to want to hear me break that down. But future shows coming from here. Love to everyone. And last thing, who hurt you, Vader? No one's hurt me. No one's hurt me, TJ. No one's hurt me. But I do want to say this, TJ. Hurt people hurt people. All right? That's a bar. Hurt people hurt people. But I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt, TJ. I'm not hurt, TJ. Oh, look at this guy. Don Hussam, Liverpool fan. I don't do the underdog. You know this. That's your brand. That's your brand. And I see how you've been spinning your brand. You know what I mean? I see how you've been spinning your brand. Oh, I've been saying this since August. Okay. So you've been downplaying, or you've been saying you haven't been winning, or you've been saying you're the underdog since August. So what? So what? You've been doing it since August. That doesn't mean anything. Oh, I've been saying this. All right, so you've had the agenda since August. It doesn't matter. All right, but love everyone in the chat. Support. I love it. Hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe and share this to anyone like-minded that you know enjoy content like this. It's always been a pleasure. I see every one of you, and the love is real. Appreciate it. I'm Vader Games, and I'm out.